Hello, good day to you. Chijioke Wangwe is my name. Your favorite Canada College Web Development student. First of all, this channel will be for teaching absolute beginners the basics of web development. But for now, I just use this channel as a platform to share my experience as a web development student. Hoping I'll be able to help one or two people in choosing which college to study here in Canada, and some general tips or things to look out for when studying or planning to study here in Canada, especially for those interested in web development. So this video would be for a response to a comment on a previous video I did. So you can see the comment here. So first of all, Susanna Draws, I appreciate your kind words and I'm glad you found the information in that video helpful, but you went ahead to ask a question, and maybe I should just really thank you for making this insightful video. It's great to have someone giving more info into the course, allowing me to be more prepared. Oh, okay. Just got an offer for this program and I got a remote full-time job on the side as a UI designer. I have zero knowledge in coding, but a year of experience with Figma and UI design. Hopefully I'll manage fine. Wondering if starting earlier on Udemy courses to prepare will help ease the pace when the semester starts. And also wondering if we have to go to campus a lot in person, because I saw some hybrid courses, so I'm wondering if it is online or in person. Okay, yes, so the first thing I would like to mention is your background. In my previous videos, there is something I've said. I said two people can be beginners but have different background. Some people might have done something that has some logic related to it, maybe in their first degree or the kind of job they do. It's possible they deal with lots of logic and problem solving, while another person might not have that kind of background. Maybe the person might just be doing pure arts, more on the creative side. So these two people can be beginners, but the way they will cope with the program will be different. So for Susanna Draws, there's a profile I saw online. I'm assuming that is your profile. A game artist. Yeah, she designs for people who develop games, and in fact it's possible she's one of the owners of the gaming company. So if you are the person, then even though you might not have attempted anything coding, it is possible you already have an idea of the way programs run. If you're designing games or if you're designing art for games, if you're giving arts to design, you'll be given the various stages the game will proceed. So that way you're already having the knowledge of how the problem solving goes as far as software development is concerned. So even though you've not written any syntax in any particular language, but you already know how to think like a programmer to an extent. So having said that, let me just go straight to your question. You're talking about trying to prepare ahead for the semester. So if you're thinking of getting an Udemy course, let me show you this teacher on Udemy. His name is Jonas. So any link I share here, I'll try to put it in the description of the video. So you can see Jonas Smithman. If you're thinking of getting any course on web development, you can check him out. He has one on JavaScript, HTML and CSS, React. So you can start with the HTML and CSS or just the JavaScript. His courses are very, very, very good. He's an excellent teacher. That's just all I will say in order not to spend too much time on this video. If you're going to get an Udemy course, then check him out. There are other great teachers on Udemy, but this is the person I can speak for based on my experience. And I don't think there's anybody that will have anything negative to say about Jonas and his style of teaching. There are many teachers on Udemy. You see some people in the reviews, they tell you the strengths and the weaknesses of the various styles of teaching used by those teachers. But for Jonas, it's just like, he's just excellent. So that's if you really want to get a course on Udemy. But you might not want to spend any money to get a course on Udemy. Humber College has free access to LinkedIn Learning. So LinkedIn Learning has tons of courses you can use to give yourself a good foundation. So all you need to do is just go to LinkedIn Learning. Yes, so this is LinkedIn Learning. So even while I was at Humber, before I resumed at Humber College, months before I resumed, I already had my Humber College student email. So I used it to sign in just to see if it was going to work. And it worked. So months before school resumed, I was already on LinkedIn learning stuff not even related to web development, because LinkedIn Learning is very broad. So but since you want to build a foundation in coding, you can also start from there. So once you put your student email, it takes you to the authentication page, which works with Microsoft account. So it authenticates you and you just have access to all the resources on LinkedIn Learning. So that is one of the benefits which I talked about in one of my other videos for Humber College. So I've talked about LinkedIn Learning on Udemy, Jonas Smithman. Then there's also GitHub Education. So you can go to education.github.com. You need a GitHub account. So once you're there, you create an account using your student email. That is for the github.com. After you've created an account on github.com, then you go to GitHub Education and you sign in. Then you go to the benefits. Now I have been verified for the benefits. So if you've not been verified, they will send you some kind of, once you use your student email from the beginning, I think you won't have any issue with verification. But the process is not difficult. But it's the benefit I want to talk about, not how to get the GitHub Education. or how to be verified. So for the benefits, you can see explore more offers. So these are benefits. Now some of them you might not have any idea what they are, but I just want to show you some that are based on learning. Let me look for. So this one will teach you JavaScript, intro to JavaScript. So see all the offers. This one will give you free domain name registration, free .tech domain, freename.com. Yeah, so you can see front-end masters. You can learn about web development here, educative. So there are lots of benefits. Screenbar too. It's another place you can go to learn. Icon Scout, since you're a UI designer, so this resource might be very helpful to you. See another one, 1 month HTML, CSS, JavaScript and Python. I have not tried all these benefits, but I'm just showing you. If you're interested in learning, there are learning resources here. I can do it. Another one for designers too. Free 3-month subscription. So lots of benefits on the GitHub education. Then there is also a portal for Ontario colleges. Let me get it. Yeah, so the learning portal, College Libraries Ontario. Okay, so you can just go here, look for your school. Since you're going to Humber College, it will be Humber College, but for me it's Durham College. Yeah, so I can search for any book. Some people don't enjoy learning using videos, so for people who learn using books, okay, you can see some books I've searched for. SVG Essentials, because I have a course this semester on SVG animation. So yeah, so this is the book. Not just one, see books on SVG animations. So let me see if I can view it. Got it. Yeah, so this is a book. I can read it. So if you want to learn ahead, these are some of the resources you can use to study ahead. But ultimately, how you are able to cope will be dependent on the effort you are willing to put. That's just it. And also, what is your target? I've heard somebody that said he's not even looking to get up to 50% in a particular course. He wasn't putting effort in the course because he felt he didn't need it. So your target is also another thing. Take me for instance, this is almost 4 a.m. okay, I went to work yesterday. I closed from work. After work, I was still wearing my office uniform. I studied for over 3 hours till 8 p.m. I went to sleep. I slept for 2 hours. I woke up around past 10, took my bath and resumed studying from 11 till 2:30. So I was about to go to bed. Then I decided, okay, let me just respond to the question by Susanna Draws. And I'm awake and I have class tomorrow morning. Oh, sorry, not tomorrow morning, this morning. Not everybody will be willing to do that. because we all have different targets, we all have different motivation. So it is very, very possible for you to cope if you're willing to put in the effort. But you said you have a full-time job, and mind you, the program at Humber College is just for 1 year, and that 1 year is basically 2 semesters. The third semester will be for your field placement. So under 2 semesters, you are required to learn a lot, and 2 semesters is just about approximately 8 months. So you are required to learn everything that will enable you to get a field placement, because field placement is not automatic. You go for interviews, companies won't say, oh, you're a student, just come. No, they are going to pay you, so you need to be able to, or you should be able to do the job for whatever company you're going into. So I'm not trying to scare you, just trying to give you an idea of what is ahead. That way you will prepare well for it. Okay, so in the first semester, except if the curriculum has changed, but in the first semester, this is what we did. First semester, we were doing HTML, CSS, JavaScript, C#, MySQL. So if you're an absolute beginner, you are just going into full stack straight. You are not starting from backend, focusing on backend, and later you begin to add frontend. Or you are not starting from frontend and later you begin to add backend. The way backend logic is quite different from front-end logic. So going straight into the two of them at the same time means you need to be ready for it. And I'm assuming you are for the May intake. If you're for the May intake, you have this is February. So from today, February, you have March and April to prep yourself before the semester starts. So 2 months to give yourself good foundation in not just HTML and CSS. HTML, CSS, JavaScript, C#, MySQL. So you try to give yourself a good foundation so that from the first day of class, the things they are saying won't be strange to you. It's not a diploma, it's a postgraduate. At Durham College, it's a diploma. We do it for 2 years. We have enough time to get well grounded before we go for field placement. But at Humber College, you have shorter time. It is possible, but that means you need to put in double the effort. So if I'm studying 7 hours a day, then you should be thinking of studying 14 hours a day, and considering the fact that you have a full-time job. Then there's another question you asked about hybrid and online. So any course you see online, it means it's fully online. If it's hybrid, it means sometimes the professor can tell you to come to school for lectures, and sometimes they can do it online. Then if it's in person, it means every day you go to school in person for that lecture. Except on rare occasion, maybe due to the weather, they change the delivery mode. But other than that, these are the forms. Then anything online too. Online has 2 methods of delivery, synchronous and asynchronous. For synchronous, it means even though it is online, your professor is somewhere and you are somewhere, but everybody at the same time consuming the content. That is synchronous. But asynchronous means the content will be posted online, or links or references will just be shared online. All the materials will be shared online. Then at your own convenience, you consume the content. So I think I've responded to all your questions. Yeah, I saw the question the same day you asked it, but I just felt sending a yes or no answer won't do justice to the answer to the questions, and having to type back and forth also, we really don't have that luxury of time. So I just felt, okay, let me just take the time, do a short video, and also make the response very clear. However, if you still have further questions, don't hesitate to ask. I'll be more than glad to assist in any way possible. So thank you everybody, not just Zanadros, everybody watching this video. Thank you for your audience, and see you next time. Have a good day.